Yeah, what's up guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how I took this trade yesterday using our popular kingsfx marksman strategy, which I've shared in this platform. So if you are yet to watch the episode, about 12 episode of this strategy, I think you have the time to do yourself a favor, go back and watch the videos and then come back to this video and you flow with us, right? So this is a trade I took yesterday. You can confirm it from the charts. You can see the history where I entered the sell and I actually closed it here on my MT5. As simple as that. I'm going to be sharing with you everything about this setup. I think this setup is going to be a game-changing setup for you. All right, so if you are ready, I am ready. Let's dive into it. First off, I'm going to be using this sketch right here to clearly explain how you can take this strategy. And what are you going to be looking for? First off, you have to look for a time frame, all right, that you can clearly see the trend from. All right, you look for a time frame. You can use higher time frame or lower time frame. Okay, it all depends on the time frame you can clearly see the trend from. All right, so if you look from here on 1 hour time frame, which is what the time frame I'm using, you can clearly see that the price is breaking structures towards the upward side. So you look for a time frame where you can clearly see break of structures either towards the upward side or to the downward side. So that's number one. Number two is that you look or mark out those break of structures and sweep of liquidities. All right, it is important when you are in your chart, you don't just assume that, oh, I know this is a break of structure. You have to mark it out, like what you have here, what you have here, what you have here, and also here. All right, you have to mark it out so that you won't make any mistake whenever you want to make an entry. So from my chart, you can clearly see I've marked out all these things. You can see the lines I use in marking out the break of structure. So once you are done marking out the break of structure and possible liquidity sweep, the next thing you are going to be doing is to plot in your trend line. It all depends in the direction of the trend. So for now, we are trending up and you can see I have my uptrend right here. Okay, the price is clearly trending to the upward side. So after this, the next thing we are going to be doing is to wait for the price to take out our trend line liquidity, which happened here, and also wait for change of character. So what we are trying to do here is, first you look at this trend line right here. So you marked out, you have to plot in your trend line and you have to wait for price to take out your trend line. Okay, you want the price to sweep that trend line liquidity, and also you needed a change of character, right? So you all know what change of character is. I don't need to go back to that. So the next thing you are going to be doing is that you ensure that the price is breaking structure to the direction of the current trend. All right, so if you look at this, we had an uptrending market towards the upward side right here. Okay, as the price is breaking structures towards the upward side, it comes to a point where price started to change, okay, the direction by creating this low right here, and the high, this current high, could not break the previous high, okay, which is a sign that the price, a sign of weakness, okay, among buyers. So we are expecting a change. So what happened after that? The price broke structure. So the price created this low and the price decided to take out the low, all right, which we call the change of character or break of structure. Right here you can see the price also take out the previous low, all right, which clearly shows us that the price is actually changing direction towards the downside. All right, so after these few things, you just have to wait for your entry. Okay, you just have to wait for your entry, and I'm going to share with you the entry. I'm going to show you everything about this entry, how you can actually set your stop and your TP. All right, so let me go in details to show you exactly what we changed the game for you when it comes to this particular strategy. So remember, it is not just about understanding structural breaks, okay, and it's not just about drawing your trend line. There are few details I want you to understand, and that's the reason why I have these two different sketch. Okay, if you look here, you might think that what we have here is the same thing as here, but the truth is they are different things. All right, so this one is what we actually want, okay, why we don't want in this thing right here. So let me explain. If you look at these two structures, both of them were breaking structures towards the upward side. You can see break of structure, break of structure, break of structure, and all that. The same thing right here. Okay, then after a break of structure, both of them also took out the trend line liquidity. You can see this one also took out the trend line liquidity, while this one also did the same thing. All right, so both of them took out line liquidity. Then another thing, do you have a change of direction or sign of weakness? You can equally see that the price took out the low of this, all right, which is a sign that the price might actually be changing or direction. Okay, the same thing happened here. The price also took out the previous low, which happened right here. But the most important thing right here is what we have here. The price breaks structure of the current trend. Okay, so if you are trending up this way, okay, the price take out a particular low, okay, that could be a sweep of liquidity, and the price can also continue pushing to the upward side even after taking liquidity, right? You will see it a lot of time if you check your chart very well, all right? But the difference here is that the price did not just sweep liquidity, but in the process of sweeping liquidity, the price is also creating a lower low, right? The price is also breaking structures towards the downside, which is breaking structure of the current trend. And where is the current trend? We have this chart right here. Let me use something to make you understand this better. So if you look from here, the price created a high, a low. The price started to take out this high, okay, which is break of structure, then decided to create a low right here, which is also good. At this point we are still bullish, right? But here the price failed to break the previous high, which is this one, and created a new high which is lower than the previous high. All right, that is a sign of weakness. Then after that, instead of the price to do this, maybe continue trending to the upward side, the price decided to take out this low, okay, take out the previous low created. All right, so when the price take out the previous low created, that means you are going to be waiting for price to retrace a little bit for you to continue selling to the downside. All right, this is a kind of very different from what we have here. The price just breaks structures, take out the trend line liquidity, but there is no break of structure towards the downside. There is no break of current trend structure. This is what we change the game. All right, it's not about understanding the trend, breaking structures towards the upward side or downward side, or seeing a sweep of liquidity. No, you need to also understand the break of structure of the current trend in which you are targeting to take a trade. All right, so if you look at what happened right here, okay, you can see the price is breaking structures towards the upward side, good and fine. Then at this point you see the price push all the way to the downside, but happen to retrace back. But this particular retracement couldn't break the previous high, okay, which is a sign of weakness among buyers. So when you see this, you now have to pay close attention if the price is going to take out the low of the previous trend, which is the bullish trend. You want to wait for the price to take out the previous low, okay, of this particular trend. Remember, we are changing trend. The price must take out the low of the previous trend before you start thinking of selling. In this point, we are talking about this particular market structure right here. So when the price take out the low of the previous trend, you also pay attention to what happened here. Also, the price equally breaks structure of the current trend. The price must take out the low of the previous trend and break structure of the current trend. Are we good? So when you get this, the next thing you are going to be looking for, remember the price have created a high. You just want to go and mark out your breaker block. Okay, so you have to mark out this breaker block up here. You can see this could be supposed to be our order block. Let me show you for those who understand what order block is. This particular bullish candle supposed to be an order block. Why the bearish candle that breaks that level, which is this bearish candle, becomes the breaker block. So you mark out the high of the breaker block and the low of the breaker block, which is what we have here. All right, so once you mark out the high and the low, you have to wait for the price to come back to the breaker block. So in the process of coming back to the breaker block, it will mitigate the liquidity. It will take out the liquidity you have here, okay, and bounce into that zone. And that is exactly where you are going to be taking your sell in this case, that we are looking for change of direction from upward side to the downward side. This is very clear. First, wait for the price to break the the current trend structure, also take out the previous trend structure, wait for the price to come back to the breaker block. Then in the process of coming back to the breaker block, the price is going to take out liquidity, which is our strategy. The price must sweep liquidity before we start looking for entry. As easy as ABC. So that's exactly what you want. Then after this, all right, after this, all you have to do is to go down to 15 minutes time frame. If you are using 1 hour, you have to go down to 15 minutes time frame. If you use 4 hours, you use 30 minutes time frame, just like that. Okay, so once you go back to 15 minutes time frame, you simply wait for any reversal pattern. I mean any of them. All right, so in this case I used double top to make my entry when the price pushed into this my breaker block zone. I use double top. You can simply see it right there. So let me delete this. You can see my double top right here. So all I have to do is to wait for a bullish engulfing, sorry, a bearish engulfing in this case, because we are selling. So when we had this bearish candle, I want to see the next candle, okay, close as a bearish candle and close below the low of the previous bearish candle, which is, this is the low. So I have to wait for the next candle to close below it, and once the price closes below it, at that point is where I sold. The SL is going to be above this double top, and the TP will be the low. Okay, TP should be this low, this point here, all right, which is the low before the price decided to push into your breaker block, right? But at this point I couldn't close here, all right, I couldn't close here. This is the point I closed, all right, this is the point the trade closed, around here, somewhere here, which is almost the same thing. Okay, it's almost the same thing though. So that's how you can actually take this trade. This is simple, right? So we can go on and show you a lot of examples of this trade, but before then, let me just give you a clear chart replay of this particular trade. I think on Euro USD we can look for this example, Euro USD. Let's check this. Okay, so if you look right here, the price is breaking structures towards the downward side. You can clearly see. Okay, so when the price is breaking structures towards the downward side, you know what you are going to be expecting. You want to see a reversal, right? You want to know when the price is going to reverse, so you take advantage of that. Remember, we have a high here. Okay, so now at this point you can see that the price have decided to start pushing towards the upward side. So but currently the price have not taken a kind of you need to break the previous trend structure first. All right, so that's the structure there, and they have not been broken. So if you mark out our trend line, so the price is currently at trend line. Liquidities have already taken out the liquidity right there, so which is good. So we just want to see a break of structure towards the upward side, which happened right now. So after a break of structure, you need a sweep of liquidity. Okay, you need the price to take out the low of the current trend, and also you need a break of structure of the current trend. As simple as that. So now if you look right here, let me just go back a little bit so that you get this. So now when you see here, the price created a low, this low here, and you have a particular structure right here. Can you observe that the price actually break the current trend structure? So this is the current trend. Now the price is creating from here. The price created this, give us a low, kind of gave us a low here, then break structure. So this is the break of structure of the current trend. So you want to wait for the price to take out this liquidity, but what will now make this price to take out liquidity is the breaker block right here. So where is the breaker block? Let me just share with you this. So if you look closely right here, we can see our breaker block, this particular bullish candle that engulfed the previous this is the breaker block. Okay, so now you just want to wait for the price to tap into that breaker block before you start looking for buying opportunity. So now the price is here. All we have to do is to move down to a lower time frame, which is 15 minutes time frame, but because this is 1 hour that we use for the trend. Now on 15 minutes time frame, you want to see a kind of a reversal pattern. Okay, and here I'm still going to be using double bottom. All right, so let's see what the price will do next. So you can see we had our double bottom right here clearly. So but at this point I'm not making entry. I just want to see the next bullish candle to close above the high of this current bullish candle, which is here. So if the next candle closes above it, I'm going to make my entry. So you can see that the next candle clearly break that level or closes above the level. So I'm simply going to be placing my buy right here, and my stop loss is going to be below this low, and TP we go to the high. Okay, the high before the retracement back to our breaker block. All right, so this is the high here, so I'm going to set my TP up there. Okay, so that's how simple this strategy is, and I can actually play on for you to see what happened. So let's see, it took some time, but you know, as you can see, we actually hit our TP at this point. So this is Euro USD. I've given you an example on volatility 75. So let me still give you more examples on volatility 75. Okay, let's quickly check out some examples on volatility 75. So right here, this is another interesting one right here. So if you look here, the price is breaking structures towards the downward side. Okay, so we had our break of structure right there. We have also here. Okay, we also have right here the price also here. So you can just pay attention to all these things. So now after this, you remember that we have a high here, which is the structure that if the price can actually take out, okay, that means we are going to be expecting a change of trend. Now at this point, the price started to move, okay, a bit towards the upward side, which is the retracement. After the retracement, the price started to push down, but in the process of pushing down, the price could not take out this low, which is the previous low, right? So the price couldn't take out the previous low, which is sign that we are about to, maybe we are likely going to change direction towards the upward side. Now after this, you simply wait for the price to break structure, okay, to break the current trend structure as well as the previous trend structure. So now this is the previous trend structure, okay, and this one here is the current trend structure. And what do we have? The price first took out this level, okay, so this is the current trend structure which the price decided to break. Also the price also broke the previous trend structure. So in the same time, or at this point, you can equally see that the price have taken out the trend line liquidity, which is part of the strategy, right? So when the price have done all these things for you, you have to go and look for the breaker block, okay, which is going to be our entry. So this exactly is our breaker block. The high and the low is our breaker block. So all we have to do is to now go down to 15 minutes time frame to look for entry. Okay, so now on 15 minutes time frame, let's see. So on 15 minutes time frame, you can see that the price also gave us what we want, which is the double bottom, okay, is a reversal pattern. So here at this point, you know what to do. The price engulfs the previous one. You don't even want to wait for the next one because the current candle engulfs the previous one, even two or three previous candles. So this is a very strong signal right there. So we're simply going to be buying at this point. Our SL will still go below this level, and our TP, remember where our TP is supposed to be. This is going to be our TP, the high before the retracement back to our breaker block, and you can see the price clearly hits our TP as easy as ABC. So we can still go on and on and on to, you know, check out different examples. I think I marked out a few of them, but for the sake of time, this is clearly what you need. All right, I hope this is helpful, guys. If you are yet to like this video, just do me a favor, like this video, share this video, also leave a comment, okay, on how you feel about this video. Are you going to try it out? Are you going to back test this? Let me know in the comment section. And also, if you take a trade using this setup, let me know the outcome of the trade. Also, remember, if you want to join or trade synthetic indices, okay, you can click the link in the description of my video to access the Rift platform, where you can register or sign up with them. You'll be able to, you know, have access to volatility indices. Okay, you have access to boom and crash, step index, range break, and all that. Okay, all the synthetic indices is right there in the Rift platform. Use the link in the description and join. I will see you guys in the next one. Hope this is helpful. Bye for now, guys. Enjoy.